Hello everybody and welcome back to Pathfinder Plays. It is a pleasure to have you here with me again for the purpose of learning more about Dead Matter. Now, I want to talk about something that many people do not know or fully understand about Dead Matter. Dead Matter is a PvE cooperative game with PvP elements. The creators of the game have designed it this way specifically because they do not want it to be like DayZ, where all there is to do is kill other players. So, in hopes of combating a lack of content that causes players to seek out and destroy other players, the developers have implemented non-playable characters and other AI. Also, for those of you who don't know what PvE and PvP stand for, PvE stands for player versus environment, and PvP obviously player versus player. Now, this is what I want to talk about a bit today. First thing first, everything in this video is based upon recent discussion and findings and is subject to change. However, what I have learned is very cool regarding the NPCs in the game. So first we have the factions. There are 7 different faction types: the first responders, the cannibals, the soldiers, the neighborhood watch, the junkers, the sirens, and the cultists. Very little is known about these factions as of right now. The only thing we know about these factions is that they are not already established when the server is created. All the NPCs are regular, and according to Havoc Hank, what they turn into will depend on factors. These factors include food desperation, so if you have an area that is deprived of food sources, those NPCs that are in that area after a certain period of time may band together and become cannibals to survive. We also know that if the Neighborhood Watch faction gets created, they do not like PvPers and they will attack them if hostility is detected. So guess what, guys? If you're new to the server and you're scared of surviving against all these other ruthless players, go find some Neighborhood Watch guys, become friends with them, and stay with them until you scrounge up enough gear to be good. What is so cool about this is what Reggie Bless talked about, saying, quote, "You can choose to help them along to kind of groom a better faction into growth," end quote. You can directly impact the world you live in by actively messing with the various metrics that are implemented that shift the NPC's focus. You want a bunch of cannibals? Do your best to take all the food out of the area, animals, canned goods, all of it. Do you want Neighborhood Watch? I have no idea what you do to create Neighborhood Watch. Well, we don't know what any of these factions are, but what we do know for a fact is that we can choose, to a certain extent, who becomes what. We get to choose the future of the server. We already know from my base building episode that bases will not be created, but instead players will need to find and fortify pre-existing buildings. This is the same with NPCs. Havoc Hank says that, quote, "small groups will take up houses. I believe larger factions will take up larger structures," and goes on to say, "the bases likely won't be randomly generated, but there may be design presets that it will swap between." So, if a faction and group of survivors grows large enough, you can expect to see them moving en masse from a couple of houses to maybe the supermarket or somewhere larger for housing. What we know about NPCs aggro with the player, or in other terms, what causes an NPC to attack the player, is also limited. However, Havoc Hank did say that, quote, "most likely they will attack you if they are desperate for resources. However, later in the game, there will be factions that are inherently aggressive," end quote. So, from the sounds of it, the players and the NPCs will be in the same boat. Both players and AI are trying to scavenge for loot in this game and survive as long as possible and build a life that is safe and sustainable. What is interesting, to me at least, is to see a form of desperation being added to this game. The NPCs will not just be walking around like everything is okay. They know when they do not have food, or if they are going to die soon. They make the choice to become a cannibal or attack other players or NPCs out of desperation. This will not be like Fallout, where you come across a small starving settlement and everyone's just waiting to talk to you, with no need or worry at all. We also know that NPCs can deck themselves out with any loot they find, so you will be finding characters that don't have anything and characters that have a lot. You will be able to kill them all for their gear though. Be warned, What you do in this game has the possibility of hurting your standing and reputation with NPC factions and traders. You will also be able to recruit NPCs to your base. You also don't need to worry about NPCs being killed off because just like the loot system, they will be reintroduced back into the world through various different means other than just popping in. Well, this has been fun spending time with you guys again. I hope you learned something interesting about Dead Matter today, and I also hope to see you in the Wasteland. Just a reminder guys, if you stuck through this long enough, that means you really like my videos. Check out the Discord link below. I'm building a community there of fellow Dead Matter enthusiasts, so please stop on in, say hello, and meet the rest of the people. And as always, if you like scares, survival, and scavenging, consider hitting that subscribe button, hitting that bell button so you never miss a video, and I will see you in the next one. Path out.